Good evening. You're watching the news on Croatian television. The appeals court in Belgrade has upheld guilty verdicts against 8 Serbs for war crimes against more than 200 Croatian prisoners of war at the Ovčara farm near Vukovar in 1991. With sentences ranging from 20 to 5 years, they have been sentenced to a total of 116 years. 4 others who were also sentenced in the first instance ruling were acquitted due to a lack of evidence. A 2-day meeting of senior SDP officials ended in Ogulin today. They adopted an action plan that they hope will improve the party's rating, which is at this point at its lowest in the past 3 years. They also discussed the dissatisfaction of some party members with the current party leadership.
From the outset, I have to clearly reject the speculation and lies that appeared in the media, that there was any yelling, threats, or ultimatums. There wasn't any of that. What there was constructive and high-quality dialogue. We have the right and freedom to say what we think, and that does not necessarily mean that we are trying to topple the elected chairman of the SDP. Similarly, this is not an attempt to topple the party itself, but rather an indication of that which is the SDP's greatest advantage, and that is a democratic approach that allows us to talk openly in this way.
The Most party leadership also had a meeting this weekend. They discussed their policy priorities in 2018. Agreeing that reducing administrative red tape on businesses and a reform of the judiciary were priorities. Most leader Božo Petrov also questioned government's desire to go through with its plan to reacquire a controlling interest in the INA oil and gas company, and if it still planned on doing so by selling off the electric utility HEP.
For them, the story of buying back a controlling interest in INA was actually a story about privatizing HEP, and that there was no clearly defined motive. We still believe that INA is extremely important and that we should buy back those shares, and that there is a way of doing so, which we have already presented, that will not increase the public debt, so that with INA and HEP, we can build an energy-independent future for Croatia.
Meanwhile, speaking on a political talk show on Croatian television today, former Most Interior Minister and MP turned independent, Vlaho Orepić addressed his recent and somewhat sudden departure from the party. Orepić said that he withdrew his party membership because it was now engaged in the politics of conflict.
Even bad policy is better than no policy at all, and this is the trap Most has fallen victim to. They do not have a policy for the citizens, they have a policy for the party. And that is the problem all political parties have. Politics has been debased to the degree that politics is now reduced to political and personal gossip and defamation, and I personally want nothing to do with that. I want to emphasize that nothing is being done for the citizens.
The Croatian Food Agency has announced that products from French dairy giant Lactalis contaminated with salmonella are not available on the Croatian market. Croatian MEP Biljana Borzan is also confident that there is nothing to worry about.
We have a situation in which food products were sold even after salmonella was found in the products, and this is why a massive panic ensued in some EU member states. According to the information I have, this product, in fact 3 of them, which have been contaminated, are not for sale on the Croatian market.
Tomorrow, January 15th, marks the 26th anniversary of Croatia's international recognition as an independent country. In light of the anniversary, the Association of Croatian Tour Guides has organized a project titled Get to Know Your Country. In more than 40 cities and towns throughout the country, citizens can join a guided tour of their hometown free of charge.
They learn a lot. They also already know a lot. Sightseeing through the city often ends in conversation, because there are a lot of people, more and more every year, which makes us very happy. They learn a lot from the tour guides, but the tour guides also get a lot of information from citizens.
And taking a quick look at sports, at the European Handball Championships, Croatia beat Iceland in Split-Splady Arena this evening, 29-22. In the other Group A game, Sweden beat Serbia 30-25 this afternoon. Croatia plays Sweden next on Tuesday. That starts at 8:30 in Split. And now the forecast for tomorrow. Partly sunny with moderate and at times heavy cloud cover. There's a chance of some light snow in mountainous regions and in the east of the country. The coast will see a little more sun, however, southern Dalmatia will see some rain. Winds will be mild inland. The northern coast will see a weakening northeasterly, which could still reach gale-force gusts in the morning. Central parts of the coast will see an easterly wind, while the southern Adriatic will see a mild to moderate southeasterly. Morning lows of -7 to -2 degrees Celsius inland, 4 to 8 on the coast, will give way to highs of -2 to +2 degrees in the interior, 7 to 11 on the Adriatic. The 3-day forecast for the interior calls for variable weather and predominantly overcast skies on Tuesday and Wednesday. On Tuesday morning, there will be some snowfall at higher elevations, which will turn to rain in the afternoon as temperatures begin to rise. Rains will spread to the rest of the interior on Wednesday with heavier downpours in some places. Partly sunny and predominantly dry on Thursday, however, a new round of rain is expected going into the weekend. The coast will see variable weather, predominantly overcast skies, and intermittent rain on Tuesday and Wednesday. There is a chance of some heavier downpours in some places. Partly to predominantly sunny on Thursday, with a return to variable weather and rain going into the weekend. There will be a strong to gale-forced southwesterly on Tuesday, shifting to a northeasterly on Wednesday and Thursday, and then a southeasterly ahead of the weekend. And that wraps up the news. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night.